Because it's a bunch of nerves that are bundled up in the middle.
But why his?
Like wire. I don't know. The
That's
guy who
weird.
discovered it, I don't know.
Maybe. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. For real, I don't know. And then all these down here, Purkinje's. Oh, and then these are your bundle branches here. That's your right. No, sorry, that's your left. Left, and then this is your right bundle branch. Okay. So when your SA node, when your SA node contracts, it's that pump. Right?
Wait, that's what it looks like?
So your SA node, your AV node, that's what it looks like. So this is your atrium contracting. So this is the top half that contracts. Okay.
So that's SA
That's
and
what it
AV?
looks
So SA, AV is all in one.
So
Stop.
if this one takes longer, it'll be like that?
It'll be wider and flatter.
Wait,
So
can
it'll
you
be
drive?
like that?
Yeah. So then it'll be flatter, and then before it makes the peak, it's gonna be long in between here. It's supposed to be short.
Oh,
It's supposed to be here. But if not, it'll flatten out and be longer. Yeah. Okay. So that's your atrium, right?
I
Contracting.
understand.
That first hump. The second, it'll be short, and then it'll be really short. And we'll tell you the measurements right now. So then when your ventricles pop, when the AV node starts to contract, that starts your contraction for your ventricles. So it triggers this bottom half to contract, and that's what you get the peak. Right?
Okay. So that's the whole ventricle.
And this is the ventricle. So this is the ventricle in here. The peak is your ventricle, and that's the bottom half of the heart. Here, right?
And the ventricle is the,
Is the peak.
so the top half of the atrium is the hump, and then the bottom half of the ventricle is the spike, the peak, right?
And the bottom half of the ventricle. Then it's going to go back to the isoelectric line, and it's going to go back, so it's a little bit lower down here, your T wave, and then it starts back up, and then it gets to make another hump, which is like the U wave, right?
What is the second, the third hump? Is that back to the atrium?
That's your U wave back to the atrium. But this is your U wave, your
Wait,
T or your
What
U.
does that mean?
it's supposed to
U
be all
wave?
level, right?
That's like the middle of the heart relaxing again.
Okay.
So this is contracting, contracting, and now it's relaxing, and it's going to go back to this.
So it'll
So this
drop,
one shouldn't be as big, sorry, I
it'll
shouldn't have made
drop
So it's like
below
sabu.
baseline when you're relaxing?
it. It starts to
Right?
drop below when it's relaxing. So
Just
see,
for
it's
a
below
slight
your
second.
isoelectric,
Mhm.
so it's like here, and then it'll go up, and it's just a small hump. It's not even that obvious.
Mhm.
Okay, that's your T wave or your U wave. So your T wave is down here. So this is labeled, okay, so this is labeled P, and then this is Q. This little pico, this part right there is Q.
This makes more
This
sense.
is R, and then this is the QR, this is the S, this is the T, and then you'll have another little one, a U wave, but usually older people have it, so you may not see it in us.
So that.
But you may have another little, glitch like that.
And you have
So it
like
goes by the
S3 and
alphabet?
S4? That's
Yeah, I
what it
remember
is.
the PQRST.
So,
yeah.
No,
I
your
did not
S3,
understand
S4
that.
has to do with your.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. There's
So,
nothing, this is all, you guys, this is all electricity.
Electricity?
This is all electricity. It has nothing to do with your S3, your S1, your S2, your S3. That's all muscle and pumping. That's pumping,
But isn't that like electricity causing pumping?
kind of.
So it
You
needs
haven't
to be
kind of
extended?
triggered the electricity.
No, it's like-
Yeah, it's like a car. You need the electricity to start the car. You need the battery to start the car.
But even then it won't show.
Right, it won't show
Yeah,
it out.
please.
Okay.
You're not gonna see S1, S2.
Alright.
You can only hear
My
it
camera
because it's the
doesn't have
pumping
that.
part.
Mm.
So you're gonna only hear it. Does that make
Send me
sense?
the
Yeah.
picture.
Post it?
But yes, you do need the
have a
electricity
picture.
to trigger the contraction, to
This is
trigger
close.
that sound,
Mhm.
or the pumping or whatever. Okay, so that's a U wave, and it may not be obvious in some of the EKGs, but it's a U wave. Right?
Yeah.
And then it'll start back again, isoelectric, and then the atrium will contract. Which it does this in seconds. So when you do CPR, you get 5 cycles, it's done this like a bunch of times already by the time you do like a cycle. That's why they figured out if you do contractions, when you do the chest compressions, it starts contracting, so it's a lot better. Okay? Now,
Actually, it'd be more like.
when this stops to work,
It's contracted.
if this one fails,
Like
the electrical start is gonna start here in the AV node.
So it's,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So it's gonna do like funky things to
All I know is
this.
that we get into tracks and then the end is real.
So it starts doing weird things. So either like go down and you'll get like 2 bumps, or, you know, when it starts here. Or
So-
it'll totally drop this, and it starts here, your heart rate, which is not normal.
So the essay won't even be at all.
Right.
It's
So I'm gonna
flat.
show you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you EKGs,
I'm not
where this is totally gone. Like it'll pump, and then it'll start there, and then it'll pump, and then it'll skip again. And I'll show you EKGs, that's not normal. But that's if it doesn't start here. If it starts here, you're gonna get a normal hump. If it starts here, the hump's gonna start right there. So it's either gonna be in here somewhere, mixed up in there, or you're not gonna see it at all, and it'll totally drop it. And that's when you see, that's scary, because that's a 3rd-degree block. That person's gonna code on you. They're gonna crash if they don't have that. So if you see that gone, it's like, that's it, okay? So, then let's go back to normal,
Miss
let's
Torres,
say.
when it's relaxing at the STU, is it all happening at the same time? So it's all the little
It's like in
marks?
seconds,
It's
I don't
just-
know, it's like a half a
But
second.
is the whole heart
Relaxing?
relaxing at once?
So the S is it's starting
Right.
to relax?
So
and
what
then
is the little U?
The
That's
little
for
U
older
is
people.
usually the collateral circulation, the older people
Oh, so
that
it's
have
like
the
the,
extra,
okay,
right.
and then the
Mhm.
T is when it's
Relax.
still
Yeah.
relaxing.
And that's your electrolyte. This is your potassium right there. Your potassium
Oh, so
affects
that's
that.
when you said if it's really high, then
It's gonna be tinted.
potassium.
So you'll see the T, if the potassium's high, you're gonna see the T like this,
okay.
like a little QRS, but down at the bottom.
Why does that happen? If they have
I thought it was always like that.
Because remember the drawing that I did of the cells?
Yeah.
All your potassium's like in the inside. All the potassium's inside,
So it can't
inside the
relax?
muscle fiber, so it can't relax.
So that's why.
So it's staying like
okay.
this, right? Because that's
Got it.
supposed to be the
I always had a
relaxing.
image that it was always like that, and then the small little.
No, when you
We're gonna
start
have
to
to make
see
it
the
study
abnormal
for like
stuff,
2 years before I come here like every day.
it affects the electricity.
So-
Yeah, because it's a
It's not
positive charge
relaxing.
ion, right? So
Every
it's
time she
charging it,
introduces something
and it's charging it to.
Should I stop the
electric.
video
Now my
now?
T-wave,
Should I stop the video now?
Sure.